$10,000. That's how much we've saved little by little for investments. So we have the way that we have managed things is that he has his money for his bankroll, and we have like different budgets for different things, like saving up for the girls' schools, yeah, just different things. But every month there was a book that I read. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was The Richest Man in Babylon or something. That it just said something like that we tend to spend most of our time getting better at our trade, at what we're doing. So, for instance, I do spend a lot of time, and I have for years, reading about assertiveness, nonviolent communication, couples therapy, whatever it is. I've been spending a lot of time doing that because I want to be the best. And we tend to think that if we are the best at something, then the money will just flow. And there's truth to that, right? If you're really good, people, word of mouth, whatever, whatever. But then you think about cases like McDonald's, right? Like, who, I read this also in a book, like, who can make a better hamburger than the hamburgers they sell at McDonald's? You probably can. And I can, but I'm not making as much money as they are. And why? Because they're really good at marketing. They just know how to sell. So either you're spending time getting better at what you do or getting better at selling what you do. They're two different skills. Managing, it's also another skill, right? Managing your money and keeping it. So anyways, the point is that uh, one of the like advice from that book was whatever you do, whatever situation you're in, you can like squeeze in a little bit and save like 5 to 10% of whatever you make, and use that money in investing in whatever. If you just don't know how to market, if you don't know how to sell your, if you don't know how to whatever, just something that will actually grow your money. So anyways, we decided to do that a while back, and we've saved that much. And right now I it doesn't matter if it's whatever he wants to do with his business or mine, but right now I want to make an app. I want to make an app for all of you. I was wondering if I should make a book, but I made like a little ebook for people to, like a fast something that people can read real fast, and that will help them with their relationships and their conflict, and they can learn how to like negotiate in a like very easy 1 2 3 4 method. But truth is that people, like, that's time from people. They sit down, they have to actually invest their time into reading something like that. And yes, I want to be an author. I will write a book or many books. Now, I think that for my target client, for the earlier Mimi that was in a very draining marriage and I did not know it was a marriage, I thought it was me, right? I think what would help her, like seeking what to do, like I'm seeking to help that Mimi, and of course, like all the there's a lot of women like that in that situation, and to help my daughters. This is all for lead tools for them. So if I want to build a tool that's not just a book, like an actual tool, then that would be an app. So that's why I got into my brain that I got to build this app that will help people just go in there in the middle of conflict or after conflict, or if they want to bring up something, and that will help them negotiate, that will help them know how to word and how to go into a conversation with the best mindset that will make it more likely that they will get what they want, or at least they will honor their boundaries, and build a life that's more likely to be fulfilling for them, instead of going and fighting and submitting and see who wins, trying to win a fight, and then if you win you get what you want but the other person gets resentful, or you lose the argument and then you end up being okay, then we'll do what you want, and then you end up, which is what happened to me, you end up in a completely different life that's not, that you're like, what am I even doing here? Like, this is not the life, and you just end up feeling empty in that life, and you think it's you the problem, right? Because you should be fine, because they had bitter arguments, so you should be fine. Anyways, the point is that I'm building this app, and now I'm realizing that I was thinking it would be a lot less. So I'm talking to this developer, and he's saying, I'm going to guide you through this journey and how I, because I want to be earning $1 million a year. That's my goal. And using all our resources, like as a family, either if it's like supporting him or my business, whatever it is, but we're going to be making $1 million a year. So this is a journey, and this is my first like big investment that I'm like, this is something that I want to do. If people don't want to use it, great, but I know that even though like my Joey and I, we really don't have arguments, I know that it's going to be really helpful for us. Even if it's just like, okay, I want to word this better, or even if it's journaling every day and trying to make our lives what we want it to look, and figure out how to meet his ideal life and my ideal life. This is going to help us. This is going to help a ton of people. So yeah, so I want this to happen, and I'm trying to be smart on how we use this. I don't want to just like pay the first developer who promises to get me everything I want. So I'm going to have he already gave me his price. He gave me 3 options. It's at 7,000, 9,000, 10,000 for like the whole thing, or like just 4 paths of the app. Anyways, I think we're going to build the whole thing. So I'm probably going to spend the whole thing, but I'm going to talk to 2 developers, one tonight and another one tomorrow morning, and see if I get a better price. So this is a journey, and I'm going to guide you also through the crazy life that we have. And see how we get this done. How we get this done through our craziness and through taking care of our body and, you know, working out, and how do we manage to do everything, because that was the main question that I have. So enjoy! But before we get into that, we gotta do some chores. And the first thing is my Apple Watch just broke, and apparently after 2 years the ceiling thing stops working appropriately. So because we just went to Bahia de Los Angeles and we were swimming a bunch, so this is our first day back from our first vacation ever, really, since having kids, Papa, right? This was our first vacation after having kids, because you know this one's a baby, so she's about to turn 2 years old, and she's a little handful, truthfully. Like she's something else. So it was like a little like like we don't want to go anywhere, and but this felt pretty safe-ish. To like, okay, we felt a little more comfortable driving and taking her. So yeah, we said fine, let's go and try it out, and it was great. So this is our first day. You will see the house a mess. We left with the house clean, but you know, coming back, we just like dropped everything off from the car, so the house a mess, and we're just, you know, doing chores. And then my watch broke, so now I'm like trying to figure out, and they're like, oh yeah, it's broke, you know. After 2 years, the ceiling thing just, you know, so it's not really as waterproof as it usually is. So if you want to fix it, it's going to be 200 and something to fix it, but you know, a new one costs 200 and something, so might as well get a new one. I'm like, okay. But actually, I'm going to get a ring, so an Aura ring, to be able to. And what? You're probably going to get a watch. He says that I'm probably going to get a watch as well. But, you know, I just want to get a ring. So we're going to go and get that and see about that. And then we're going to come back home and fix the house and then go to the supermarket and do all those things while we try to get our life together so we can start it Monday tomorrow. So peace out.
So we all had a hamburger day over here, and our queen had to go next door.
Because that's herself. A shit salad. Look at this.
No, it's not. I mean, it's fast food.
You know, for me, so I just had to have myself. Hey, where's my chicken? Oh, my chicken's here. Wait. So I had to get, you know, like chicken.
It's not a shit salad.
It's okay, fine. I mean, it's cold.
Is that chicken cold?
This is warm, actually. I cooked. I'm sorry.
She's a little grumpy today. She hasn't been working out for a week. So on the first video, you'll get the grumpy version of Mimi. Oh no, just today, because you'll start.
Just today, yes, today. I'll get better. Then look at this. Look at how amazing this is. See? Like, this is worth my calories for sure. And the muscles.
What do you think, Liv? Liv? What do you think?
Exhausted. Let's go.
Yeah, you did it all on your own.
That's really nice.
Everything is super messy.
Dude, I couldn't find it. Just Alexa found it. Then the light went on and she would have got it.
So I just talked to another developer this morning, like at 7 a.m. I'm filming, and we're going to her school. And while I was getting her ready, while I was getting myself ready to go train, because it just so happens that Mondays I go train at 9 a.m. So right after dropping her off. Usually I work out a little later, so it's nice that I can just drop her off. I have my time to get her ready because I'm just getting her ready, and we all go together. So it's nice, but this time I had to get her ready, me ready, and it's usually rushed, and this is an Italian guy, and a guy in Italy, so he just has those times, and I wanted to have this call as soon as possible, so that's why I was like, okay, let's do it now, and I scheduled it for as soon as I could, which was at 7 a.m., and just juggling everything. And basically what he told me was that it's better to make it a web app that works for the phone, but it's still kind of like the same price in a way, because he's asking for 2 sprints. He's asking for basically 8,000, and he says, like, worst case scenario, we just take off features. And I'm like, I want all of it to work. But what I liked about what he said is that this is a way that it doesn't cost you as much as making it for the Apple Store, because for the Apple Store you have to make sure that it works, and then they send it back, and then you have to fix a bunch of things, so it takes longer. He painted it that way. So in other words, like, maybe it's just more testable. That's what he says. Like, if you make it into a web app, you can test it easier, and supposedly it's not going to cost you more once we translate it into whatever it needs to be to go into the App Store. So it's not going to cost you a lot, because we're just copying and pasting the full design. We're not working on it while building it. So let's see. So I'm right now evaluating which one am I going to go with. The guy that's promising me to get everything done for the Apple Store for 10K, or this guy that tells me to make the web app for 8,000 euro. So let's see. I'm gonna talk to one of my friends, my good friends, one of my best friends, see what he thinks, and Joey, and see what we do. I miss this so much. And that, I miss that a lot. So I come home and I put my knee pads and all my stuff in this little thing. It's a lot easier. And then Pop over here, he's making some cool stuff for us. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And less sweet potatoes, because I already had a bunch. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
We eat over here. I don't know why. Good morning, everybody. This is my first night trying the ring thing, and pretty cool. Apparently I woke up at 5 a.m. So, and I just like naturally did it. Sometimes my body does that, but now I want it to be like on purpose. So I'm going to like really try to, usually I go to sleep around 10, 11, and that's okay. But I want to have more like me time to actually sit down and work uninterrupted, everything quiet, and this is the time. So that's why I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna really try to go to sleep right after the girls and like fuck the world, and just do that. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing. I take at night, I take these magnesium gummies that like really help me go to sleep. Like they really like relax me. So I take those, and
and they really do help me go to sleep. So anyways, I'm excited. So I'm like trying out the like food. You can look in your food and see if it's like helping you to like stay alert or ready or whatever. And it's giving me shit because I just had a coffee and it was like, no, you gotta eat more fiber. But you know, life happens. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I just made myself some eggs, and it's like, yeah, that's good. That's good enough. It's not super nutritious like a big breakfast, but it's good. I usually have my smoothie. I usually have a smoothie in the morning with fruits and chia seeds and all that stuff. But since again we just came back from our vacation, it's like the second day here, I'm like, you know, filling up my vitamins and like still getting sit up. So yesterday we went to the, to the supermarket, and I honestly I have an essay due like Sunday, so I've been like, my mind is there on the essay, and I also have to do my nails because they were like seriously so bad, and I just can't scratch people, so I had to do my nails. I'm not gonna like, you know, go train with my partners and scratch them out. So I'm filling up my vitamins now. Usually I have either like my either or, so it's like 2 multivitamins, but I only have 1. So today I had this one, tomorrow I'm gonna have this one, the day after I'm gonna have this one, and so on, right? Just because this one is like up to women for like active whatever, and this one's like women's plus omegas, whatever. But even though that one has omegas, I still have extra omegas because apparently it's like not enough. You have like a lot, and I do eat fish, I do, but yeah, some extra, why not? I think it's all good. I don't know. And then I started taking probiotics after like, I don't even know what was bothering my stomach. I don't know. I think I became lactose intolerant like this year. Yeah, this year. And I didn't know, and it was like kind of out of the blue sort of a thing, like something's bothering me. And yeah, that was it. But then, you know, I just became sensitive. So I changed to lactose-free stuff. I still take yogurt, but I have to take a special yogurt. It's like this super strained and thick and creamy. Like apparently this one has like the Greek yogurt, of course. This one has like the least amount of lactose. So that was good. And I added it with like the probiotics, and even though it's not like super like researched and how it's like, I felt a difference, so I take it every day. And the super special today are my nootropics that I love. And my husband's like, no, I don't feel it as much. I feel it. I do. So maybe it's because I'm a sensitive to tiny things and I feel everything. So yeah. But I don't take both every day. I do this one day, this one the other day. It's like day stack. It has like all the like mushrooms and whatever. I don't know. Nootropics. Good for your brain. Wakes me up. Makes me feel like Sherlock Holmes, which is what I want. So this and then this. Tomorrow. The day after. And then the day after. So I don't like load myself with stuff, right? So yeah, that's all I take. Well, my collagen, of course. This I do like every day with my coffee. That's it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And taking my breakfast. So I usually don't have just for breakfast. I usually have my smoothie, but since I don't have it ready, let's go with that. And let's go back to my essay. It's waiting for me over there. I got the kids ready, and now he's going to take them to school today.
First to the park.
Well, yeah, because they have like a 30 minute or whatever time in the park. Let's buy some blankets, huh? Like extra blankets. These kids are addicted to blankets. Bye. Have fun. Bye. We have a ton of blankets, but these kids are addicted to Elsa blankets, and those we only have 3 Elsa blankets, and apparently that's not enough. So let's get to work. To battle!
Nice. Good transition. Oops.
Oh, you're.
Today Joey stays home. He's not going to play poker. You're going to write, right, today?
Yes, gonna write and work on. Oh, come on, please. Look at these fucking people. I'm gonna get a red light because they don't have fucking space there. These bashimana. There's both of them. One guy didn't scoot fucking forward another one had enough space to still be.
He had a space. Plenty of space.
I know, but the other person could have gone a little forward.
Yeah, they could have. So, what are you doing today, Papa?
Yeah, I'm gonna write.
Because you decided you don't want to make poker your main thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, taking 2 weeks off just made me feel like always been poker, be a poker player as good as possible. But yeah, I don't know. Like, taking the 2 weeks off just kind of made me feel I don't want to play. And I want to do something else. So I always wanted to write. I like that. And I'll always play poker. I definitely don't want it to be my main source of income.
Yeah. If it's that stressful, like, yeah. I mean, it's always going to be stressful, but
yeah, I think I always play. Just that's my main.
Yeah, it's like kind of like me and coaching. Like, I don't want coaching and giving therapy like trash talk as the main thing. I don't want that to be my main thing. But I always want to have some clients because they keep me active on what's going on in other people's lives, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be loaded with clients. Definitely not. Writing is my thing too. We stopped for a second for them to have a little snack. Show them your snack. Yay, a little snack. Show me your dance. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
She's learning how to fight, and she's still trying to figure it out, that little one. So her sister is watching her, and eventually she'll get it.
Come here. Get each other down. Go for the legs. Now you can use your hands.
First parent meeting. Woohoo! Ever.
Kind of like gardeners, we prepare good soil, we water, we give sunlight.
Like hundreds of different topics between Montessori.
La abrió y vio una jovencita que había quedado tapada en la tormenta. Ella estaba pasando como mucho frío, pues su cabello y su ropa estaban empapados.
To drop off Florida, and now he's reading these books. He reads a lot, and that's why I fell in love with this dude, because I was like, seriously, I said right before meeting him, I'm not gonna date any other guy, I'm done. And they like, none of them read. And then I saw him with a book, and I was like, I really like this. and my roommate at the time was his friend, and that's why he came over to visit, because they're friends. And he was like, yeah, he reads a lot, and and so we started talking about books, and that's why I liked him.
Wearing your Cookie Monster onesie.
I was wearing my Cookie Monster robe. It was a robe. Then I got a onesie, but it was a robe.
What was it?
Yes. I was ready to go to sleep. But yeah, anyways, guys that read, at least for me. I'm just watching the ballerina, the movie, and honestly, like, actresses that do not know how to fight, I don't think they should do movies about fighting. Look.
Show a child how independent she is. You want to clean your own face?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit.
Oh, shit. Oh. Oopsie daisy, Luna.
So after eating is usually when I have my clients, and today I could take a little bit of time I talked to Carl, my coach, and we're talking about setting up a fight. So when I'm going to be able to fight, we don't know. We're shooting for December and see if maybe I can get a fight there. and especially because I haven't done MMA fight yet. So he's kind of wanting me to do an 11, because I'm 132 pounds right now. I kind of gained a couple of pounds during my Mexico vacation, my Mexico trip. But still, it's not like I have a ton of fat on me, really. And I think I'm mainly like also carb loaded, so whatever. The point is that he wants me to try to go and like do 115 pounds, but I told him I feel a little uncomfortable about doing the cut because that's still not a skill that I have. I'm very disciplined. I measure my carbs, my protein, everything every single day, so I'm there. But I haven't like pushed myself to actually cut like that much, you know. So I'm uncomfortable with, you know, it's out of my comfort zone. So not that it's not a skill, but I can't like gain. So anyways, that's what he said. He said, you know, this is a skill thing. So the more times you do it, the more you get like knowledgeable on how to do it, and it's just like a skill, you know, but you build it. So yeah, so we're gonna do probably a test cut to see how much I can sweat, how much my body sweats. So after that, he will say like, okay, now let's just go for 125, or let's go for the 115 pounds fight. And also we were talking about like how like maybe for some people it would be a better idea to do more Muay Thai fights before jumping into the cage. But because of my skill level and the stuff that I've done, it just sounds like it might be fine just jumping into an MMA fight. It would probably be better to do a couple of Muay Thai fights and just a couple more Muay Thai fights before jumping into the cage. But he's like, yeah, but you know, you'll probably be fine. I just need to, because I recently moved into this gym. It's a whole story, and I'll tell you about that story, but that's a whole different video when it comes up. The point is that I just moved into this gym a couple of months ago, so we still don't know each other that well, like well enough for me to be able to know exactly what he means when he gives me some sort of direction sparring. He hasn't seen me spar that much as we probably need to. So that's the next step. The next step is just getting a lot more sparring in, him watching me and him giving me feedback and us understanding each other. And then after that, we'll see if the December fight would be a good go, or I just take another jiu-jitsu competition. So that's a thing. So after the gym, after that talk, then I watched the ballerina. I watched a little bit. I gave myself a little bit of time, not too much, just 15 minutes, something like that, but that's enough for me to feel a good reset. And then I saw my client. After seeing my client, then let's pick up my daughter to school, and then we'll take her to jiu-jitsu again. Work ethic, work. So in the mornings, I make my smoothie. That basically has, I have it all here, just so I remember. I mean, I also have it like organized so that I can just like take it out and do it. But it's basically just bananas, berries, nuts. So I put some walnuts. Oh, and this one, some mornings, she just wants me to carry her. So I carry her because otherwise she's gonna be crying the whole time. And she's my baby. She's my last baby. So what I do is I carry her, like, because I gave away all my baby backpacks, right? Because I was not supposed to be. Yeah, I was not supposed to be carrying babies anymore. So I gave them away. Mama. Yes. So now I do it like Mexican style. I was like, I mean, heck, I can do it Mexican style and just like wrap this thing around me, and I just put her booty in there, and I just put her like a little koala thing. So yeah, Mexican style. Oh, so anyways, I was saying, well, let's go bottom up, it's easier. So oats, greens, just the power greens, whatever, chia seeds, yogurt, and some walnuts because they're good for the brain, and berries and bananas. And then if it needs a little bit of sweetness, is like too lame, then I'll put a little bit of pure stevia extract, and that is my power smoothie.
Toyota?
Just bringing the kids to the park with their school. I'm gonna sit down and work.
I want to see anything. And all of the stars are good and
Alright, this is how we do it. Oh yes. We shave each other's head. Fresh cut and food.
Like I enjoy writing.
After taking her to jiu-jitsu, I am exhausted. So
Jiu-jitsu class.
yeah, jiu-jitsu class, and now I have to fold and put away all of that. It's clean, but they just took it out of there. Yeah, you did. So now we're gonna fold. So while the girls are taking a bath, of course I can't leave them alone. So you know they're over there, and these ones just came out. But anyways, while they're having a bath, I had my call over here with another developer that's from Poland, I think. But anyways, the point is that he's like now trying to convince me to make a mobile app. He's like, no, people are lazy. People want to click on something. Making an app is the only way to get notifications. Like, just make it a mobile app, make it easy, and you know, make it pretty. There's like so much good stuff out there that if you make it like bad looking, like it's not going to be worth it. So make it good. So then just cut features and make something like one thing that's very good. So I'm like, so now I'm gonna have to think this over, because I think it's the last. I already saw like 5 people, I think 5, maybe 4. Yeah, I'm getting like different feedback, and it just seems like I just think I need to make a mobile app. That's what my like gut tells me. I'd be lazy. I wouldn't be lazy to go to a website, but I would. You know, it'd be like, it's an effort, even for me, that I'm like very, very like, no, I'll do this because this is good for me. I'll do it. It'd still be an effort, and I don't want it to feel like an effort for normal people, right? That aren't as like maybe as me, right? So as stubborn as me. So yeah, I want to make it easy. So I'm probably gonna go for the mobile app. Oh my god, what am I doing? But I still need to run it through. You see this? My friend Ashley did this to me, and she doesn't know that she did it. But, you know, I love her anyways.
I'm gonna have some too.
Yes. I'm having my casein with some
Can I eat
glycine.
some? Mom, can I eat some?
No, that's for adults, my love. Last night, after I gave the girls a bath, they were kind of a bit of a handful. So I had such a hard time cleaning the house and just running behind them and putting on their pajamas and everything. So yeah, after I put them to sleep, I was dead, and the house was a mess. So I was like, I really need to go to sleep right now, even though it was like 9 something. So Joey, my husband, he was like, no, just go to sleep. That's a priority, just go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, like, you know what, yes. So I went to sleep, and apparently today I woke up with like a 90-something readiness. So my nervous system is like on point. I didn't feel so great. I was still like kind of a little bit grumpy because my daughter just kept crying this morning. So it just made it very difficult to get them ready. Like, she's being a little bit, you know, heavy. So anyways, to make that, my husband, I was like in the house still a mess. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. I will clean up. You do your work. Because like this morning I really wanted to, like I told you guys today, I just really wanted to decide what this is going to be, a mobile app or a web app. And I want to decide who I'm going to do it with so that I can start as soon as possible. So after the call with the dude yesterday, I'm like, oh fuck, I need a little bit more to think about this, just to know the wireframes, like what actually I want this app to do exactly. And I can get a little bit more of a better estimate of how much it's going to cost me. But still, this morning after Joey told me like, okay, just go ahead and work. I'll take care of the house. He's amazing. Then I'm like, okay, I sat down and I was talking to ChatGPT, and then I'm going to talk later, a little bit later, to Claude and see if both agree and have any evidence based suggestions on what has worked with other businesses and other people with the same budget and the same like kind of dilemma that I have. And at the beginning, ChatGPT was telling me like, no, just yeah, probably better to go with a web. And I'm like, but why does my gut? Okay, fight me on this one. Let me see why. Because why does my gut tell me that I have to go with a mobile app already? Because this is a habit thing. I want people to make it easy as possible for them to click a button and then be there and get notifications. And that's something you get with an app. And honestly, using a website, it's annoying. It's not the same. It's annoying. So it's work. So and it was like, yeah, actually other apps like Calm, like it gave me other example, Duolingo, even those are habits, and they started it as a mobile app. And it does make it easier. So if you want to do it like this, just make sure then that you cut features. So I'm like thinking, actually this could be like, and it made me think about like different ways on how I want to make this app. It's actually, because I was thinking about having 5 different paths, right? One that prepares you for conflict, another one that evaluates your conflict, the other one that's in conflict, then the journaling part where you're just building your life towards your ideal lifestyle and arranges your relationships and your people, your support group and all that. And then the practice mode. But I'm like, oh shit, no, if I want it to be something like that, if I want it to be like super simplified, this is something that you wake up, you make your coffee, you sit down, you start just chatting about your day. What will you sit down and take sunlight, right? And you're just like, yeah, yesterday was like this, that happened, and then today I think it's going to be complicated as well because I'm going to have to talk to that person again, and and then it gives you feedback. Okay, let's go about what your needs are and what strategies you're taking, how you feel about this. What does this say about the lifestyle that you want? Well, and it helps you realize your needs and what you actually want, where your boundaries are. And then you're like, yeah, okay, let's go into practice mode. And then it takes you into practice mode. And then you start like actually doing the coaching, actually going back and forth with Mimi. And she's going to tell you, okay, now I'm going to pretend that I am them. And and it could even like change either male, female, voice or whatever. And have that conversation. And you have to practice and your boundaries or validating or whatever it is that you think it's going. So that is your emotional gym every day, every morning, and it will score you and it will show you how you're growing on your skills. And then maybe later on I can have the if because that was ChatGPT was telling me, is like, maybe you just need to make it so that it's very simplified. You don't have like all the features that you want. So like the in conflict, like, I'm in conflict right now, Mimi, tell me how to word this. How do I word this to this person that it doesn't sound like you're selfish? Oh, I have a need for this, would you help me, whatever. And then you say it, then that feature probably would have to wait, I think, if I was to cut something, even though that's like the most urgent, the most like that I would like people to have. But I think that would have to wait. If I was to say like, how am I going to help people the most right now? That would be amazing, but I have a limited budget right now. So that's what I'm thinking. I still need to talk to Claude, and then I gotta talk to Shane, my friend, and give him like everything that I talked to the developers. There was like so many meetings with so many different developers. It was exhausting this week. Not exhausting, but just like, anyways, we got this. Now let's go to the gym. Where's the gym? Oh, you can't see it. It's been a day. I left the gym running and went back home and saw my clients. So yeah, and apparently a family member is coming over, so we're gonna go hang out with her to the park. We're here in beautiful downtown San Diego. Not that you can see it, it's all blurry, but okay, we're gonna go to the park. and hang out with them and the kids in the park. So that's my wind down after like all the go. While I've been on my phone checking on what ChatGPT thinks I should do a mobile app. And Claude is convincing me to do a PW what? Like a hybrid. I'll tell you more about it later. Oh, epic. She's doing last second. Oh.
Come here, baby. Come. Let's go fill up that belly, okay? Alright?
Alright.
Thumbs up for mama? Give her a thumb.
So downtown San Diego, there's like this
So this way.
park. Wait. Oh.
Yeah, we never come here because they just opened.
Yeah, they just like opened this park.
So we would go to this back.
Nice.
Mom, look at this big whale shark.
There is a whale shark there.
Mom, look at this whale shark.
I see it. Yeah.
Look at this. That's huge. The whale.
I've been thinking about one of my sessions yesterday, and I thought it was a good idea to let you guys know about that. A lot of people believe that love and limits, you either accept that they don't coexist, that you can't hold both at the same time. Like you either love the person and understand them, and understanding them means giving in to what they want, or you set your limits and you say no, and you make a difference between what's your domain and my domain, and that's it. So they see it as a either you love a person and work towards understanding, meaning I give in, or you set limits. And that's actually, there's a third option, and the third option is having both. Setting your limits, and that doesn't mean like that's you, that's me, this is me, which, you know, it's very helpful to know, okay, that's what you want, this is what I want. Where do we meet? I'm not like willing to do that, and I still love you. That doesn't mean that I don't love you, and I understand what you would be, because sometimes when you set limits on what you're willing to do, because we do have to visualize, like, I do a lot of things for my partner, I do a lot of things for my kids that are going to get energy from me. You know, I'm giving, but in the long run, I know that I'm thriving giving that. I'm happily giving that. Like taking my girl to jiu-jitsu, like it's exhausting, but that is the lifestyle that I set myself. That was the one thing that I wanted, to have my kids doing that, and the effort, it's totally worth it for me. You can set both. You can set limits and say, I'm actually not willing to do that. I think the problem is when you start just giving in too much, and you realize, you observe your limit. Oh shit, that was the limit. I actually gave too much for what was right for me. You observe your limit, but people don't honor it. People don't go ahead and let the other person know that, you know, that actually hits a limit and we need to take a step back. And that doesn't mean we don't love them. We still love the person, and we would like to give them everything, and that bumps with us. So maybe there's another way. So we can set that limit, honor that limit, and do it in a way that expresses that we still love them. That does not mean, having that limit does not mean we do not love that person. And we don't have to set that limit in a way that's aggressive, because that's another thing. Like, people think that whenever I have to set a limit, I have to do it like, no, this is it, and because I'm going to have to fight, and you don't have to fight. You just and the other person wants you to have a justification of why you don't have to give it. It's just that this is how it feels for me. It is a limit. I'm not sure why. It's just a limit, and you honor it. So you don't have to hold your limits with aggression. You can just honor them and kindly. Just take the power that belongs to you, and you can do so kindly, lovingly, at least neutrally. So you don't have to be aggressive about your limits. in order to honor them. That's the whole point. So yeah, think about that third option and how you can honor both. How you can be loving and still hold your limits and express your limits and needs. I'm a happy girl.
I love Hibiki.
Oh yeah. Papa made that. Thank you, Papa. Just finished a week of work. So done with clients. Tomorrow is Sunday. Have family day. I actually have something very excited going on tomorrow. I'll show you guys. Anyways, so this week's purpose goal was I was going to define if I was what I was going to build, if a web app or an app mobile app, right? Or if and who was going to make it. I just wanted to decide this dude is going to make it, here it is, and this is what you're going to build. Done. That didn't happen. But I had to do a bunch of research because some of them were telling me like, oh, you can make this into a web app and it's going to be like within your budget, and because a mobile app is going to like, it can go up to like 20K, something like that. And I'm like, well, no. And then you're also going to need the back and forth with Apple Store, and like they have to like evaluate it, and there's risks with them being like, no, you need to make this updates to make it work. And then they keep like 30% of it, and then of all the revenue. So if you want like this app to like be proven and like a bunch of stuff, that I'm like, okay, yeah, that does sound a little bit more complicated maybe. So I'm like looking into it, and I'm just like, I don't want a web app. I just don't want a website. But apparently there's this thing that it's a website, but you can like download it as if it was an app, and you can have it in your home screen, so you can like actually click on it and it gives you notifications and everything. I just want this to be as easy as possible for you. Like my vision is, you wake up, which is kind of what I do. You wake up, you make your coffee, and then you just get a notification or a reminder. It's just part of your habit, because after coffee, this is what happens, right? Habit stacking, right? So you just get out your phone and you hit record, and you're like, hey, today I had this going on, I'm gonna have to talk to this person, and I feel very because last time that we talked, they said this and this and that, and you like explain everything that happened to you, everything that you expect to happen that day. And it's going to give you like assertiveness points, like you actually have to do boundaries, you're becoming a boundary master, you are very good at validation, and it's going to give you like a lot of like EQ type of like points and skill sets, and you get to see like how you're growing on your skills, because this is a skill that you build. So I want people to see that, and then it's going to give you insights on, actually, you have a need for more space here. You have a need for this, like needs. You actually value honesty above blah, 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 blah. You actually, value freedom. You value nature. You need more nature time. And so this is not only going to help you with your assertiveness and your conflict, like healthy conflict, like communicating your differences with people, and how you can like work so that everybody feels fulfilled around you, but it also is going to help you identify things that actually bring you fulfillment and happiness. So I'm going to follow the PERMA model of happiness. So it's going to help you identify those things, so you can start like actually making changes to your life to make it more fulfilling for you and for your relationship dynamics. It's going to be able to catch patterns of conflict, of attachment, and all those things, so that you're more aware of your triggers, so that you're more aware of those things, and you can build your life
better, right? So it's like a life planner sort of thing. But it's just going to give you insights, and it's going to remember you, and it's going to give you that like skill set. Anyways, the point is that they were quoting me super high, and I didn't have that budget. It's just like all my budget. So one of them was like, you know what, you're building a tool that's more like a habit thing, so you want it to be like as easy as possible, less friction, click a button. So I would probably just go for a mobile app just directly, but make it as simple as possible. Just think of one problem to solve. That's it. One thing done very, very good and pretty and easy. So yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, it's not going to be the whole thing that I want it to be. Let's start just with the journaling the prompts that I've been using with my clients, because they love it. And actually, like, I use these prompts every day, and I've given the prompts to my clients, and they use it even though it's not easy to use. They have to copy paste, they have to do different stuff, and they use it. Not all my clients use it, because there are some people that are better with homework than others, but most of them like it and love it, and they've told me like this has been a life changer. So that's why I know people will stick with it once it's easy to use for like the regular population. Anyways, I didn't pick a developer, but I sent a message to all of them of like, okay, now this is the simplified version of what we're making, give me a new quote. And I do want it to be a mobile app, but in the case that not, like, give me the other quote to see if it's also workable, because I also have to pay on like marketing and other stuff, right? So I need that wiggle room. So let's see what happens, but let's hope. I think, like, not let's hope, because I mean, I don't like to say that, because I wanted to have it as like a goal, like I'm going to achieve this no matter what. But in this case, like, I kind of depend on people for that, like how fast they're answering. Like I didn't expect these things. Like, I didn't know it was this complicated, of course. But anyways, this is the journey. This is the journey. Anyways, that's how we close the week, and I feel good and I feel strong. And my recipe for a happy day and a happy week is, as I make my clients make the recipe for them to feel fulfilled in general. And what I've catch myself is that I have a happy, good day, maybe like even in my worst day, if I keep building my empire, what I want to build, if I work on that, I spend my creative energy there. If I fight, I go and do my workout, and I connect, and I yeah, better, and I connect, meaning I spend some time with my family, then even a bad day feels okay. So we did that every day of this week. So it's a good week. Let's go for next week. See you guys next week for next vlog. And remember, tell me what you think. I'm happy to talk to you guys. All your questions, put them in the comments, and I'll look at it and I'll answer. And I'll send you lots of love and lots of hugs. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get when you'll get the next vlog.
Moment of peace.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's good? Oh, nice.